Well, hopefully the internet behaves today. We will see. I'm fucking freezing, so I'm gonna put my space heater on there. Alright, so we only have 4 bloods today, so depending on how long it takes, we might switch over to another game after we're done this. So you'll have to give me a moment to restart everything. And get everything all set up, if that's the case. But we'll see how long this goes. Alright. So I didn't have time to get all 5 bloods ready, so we're only working on 4 today. We've got the warrior, the druid, the shaman, and the monk today. I've been pretty sick most of the week with a migraine, and then the patch hit, and then my give a damn gave out to fight through my migraine, and I'm like, nah, we're just gonna go with 4. So, you know, it is what it is. I do need to put my gear back on here, though. My terrible, shitty gear that I really wish I could get a new pair of gloves for, at the very least. That would be nice, right?
What's the matter?
I'm streaming.
What do you need gloves for?
I'm wearing white gloves.
Oh,
gray
shit.
gloves.
Sorry. I was so confused there. Sorry.
My gloves are gray mail that are like from level 10, so... And we're level 35. We really need to do something about that. I just really don't want to go all the way back to Orgrimmar for it. So... I do know that these beasts are capable of dropping green gear. We've gotten a couple pieces off them. You know, it's like, come on guys, give it up. Give me your goodies. I know you have them. I know it's possible. But we will see. So our friend didn't realize he was still signed up for Humble Bundle. He thought he had canceled it. Surprise! he didn't. And there was a game in the bundle that whenever he has game codes that he already has from other bundles, so this is a duplicate or something that he's not sure if he's really interested in, he'll see if the husband and I want it. So he picked up a game last night and he was gonna give it to the husband, but husband's like, you know what, I think D might want it more, so we put it on my Steam account. We have family share, so it doesn't matter that much who owns it, but the worst time for my ear to start itching. I haven't even loaded it in yet, so if we do end up taking a look at that after this, I'm gonna redo a brand new stream for it, and I have to get it set up on OBS. So you'll have to bear with me a moment. I don't know if we're doing that today. Really depends on how long it takes us to get through these 4 and how I'm feeling afterwards. So we'll see. Because it was kind of a late night watching the news developments overnight, and then by the time I did finally fall asleep, it was one of those, I might have to get up early, so I really didn't sleeps, because the plumbers had left it up in the air of, well, we'll see what the weather's doing, and we'll see if we can show up, and, the road was still really icy early this morning when they called, and they were like, yeah, we're not going to be able to do it today. And then they were kind of hesitant to say they could make it out tomorrow. It was going to be another, well, it depends on the weather situation. If, you know, the roads have cleared enough for them to get their equipment here, because they have to dig up part of our yard. And Russell looked outside. He goes, yeah, let's just call it Monday at this point, because our yard's pretty frozen. And Monday will be a little bit warmer for them anyway, because the last time they were here it was fucking cold. I think it's supposed to be in the high 40s, maybe low 50s on Monday, so yeah, and it's not going to be as gross outside. We had thunderstorms with the sleet and freezing rain this morning. That was fucking wild. And some of those rolls of thunder were really loud. They kept shaking the bed when I was laying there trying to sleep, and I almost gave up and got up at 8:30, 9 o'clock, because I was like, what the hell? Just too tired. I was like, no, we have to try to get a little bit more, because if I try to stay up now, I'm going to be just crushed later. But we did get the pacifist leveled yesterday, and then my net took a shit fit, so I don't know what it is about Wednesdays before 2:30, but, and I can't blame it on school, because there was no school in session yesterday. They were on alternative instruction, alternative means of instruction day. So it's like preloaded assignments they put on their website for all of the classes. Like, every teacher has to have them put together, it sounds like. And then the kids have to turn them in, and depending on how many of those assignments get turned in, determines the attendance for that day. And then they decide if it counted as a as an actual school day. Because the AMI days, I'm sorry, I'm trying to make sure I've got the letters in the right order. I think they're in the right order. Don't have to be made up at the end of the year, where actual snow days do. So they are trying to do that to keep kids from still being in class in June, because it's hot down here. Because most of the time the school year ends the end of May. I don't know what this dude is doing. Is he gonna? What's he doing? Soloist. Where do you get that title from? Sorry, we're gonna be looking at things. Where do you get... New soloist title. Can be earned from doing the new solo shuffle PvP brawl in Eternity's End. On a level 12, I guess it's an account wide. Dang, I was gonna say, what the fuck is this shit? I shouldn't have it. If I have it, it's definitely a bug. Look. That's a bug. 'Cause I don't have it. I haven't even set foot in Eternity's End. That's gotta be a mistake. Like, my one level 60 hasn't even gone to the new section, let alone done a PvP brawl. Hey, Blizzard. Well, we're not going to change the title now, because it's bad luck, but I do find that interesting. I don't really want to deal with the guys in the water, to be perfectly honest. Dealing with them is a pain in the ass. I guess they were herbing. That was strange. Very strange. That has to be a bug that it's available. Because I didn't do anything to earn that. Come on, Eeyore's cousin. Get your butt up here. So how's everybody's Thursday going? It doesn't feel like Thursday to me since we didn't do WoW yesterday. It feels very strange. Please don't pull him. You look like you are going wide to purposely avoid him. You're gonna pull him though. Bionic Druid. Well, we'll see if Bionic Druid's able to pull it off. I missed what level Bionic Druid was. Now I don't see Bionic Druid. Well, hopefully they know what they're doing. It's not showing them being targeted either. Where is Bionic Druid? They're there somewhere. I'm not seeing them though. There they are. Bionic Druid is level 30. Oh. Smacky Chan has decided to help. Well. Okay, he's down. We can turn our back to them now. I was gonna say, if they're still dicking around, we're just gonna go up. Oh, there's another person. It's kind of busy out here today. Shadow Priest over there. All of the people out and about. Alright, so I'm gonna skip those guys in the middle. I don't feel like dealing with them. It's a pain because then when you charge and you're in water, then it puts you underwater, and it's just annoying for me. But I hope everybody's day is going okay in retrospect. I know there's a lot of crazy shit going on right now, but we're gonna take a moment and take a break. We need a mental health break. From all of the craziness. So we're gonna level up some bloodthirsty challengers and see where the afternoon takes us. Alright, so we got about a half a bar, roughly, to go on this one. This is the lowest level challenger I have currently. That seems to be dragging their feet in the pursuit of the big goal of getting all of the classes to max as a bloodthirsty challenger. We did have to sit the DK for just a few weeks. They'll be back soon. There's only so many hours in a week I can do this now, because there are other things I am working on and want to pursue. And leveling through Bastion takes quite a lot of time. Depending on, you know, class and what you can kill, but it's still pretty time consuming. We'll see how the DK fares when she gets in there. I think she's sitting at 47, 48, something like that. I don't really remember. Let's get the monk through there first, because they've been super slow, because I've only been able to really kill the moths. She's a bit of a delicate muffin. In some ways, she almost feels more delicate than my mage. I'm not quite sure how, but she does. Probably because she doesn't have like a frost shield or anything to protect her. Oh, and there's our ding. So yeah, we didn't need to get those guys in the bottom. Shrine of... oh, dungeon. Okay. I was like, what is this? I've not heard of this spell. It's not a spell, it's a dungeon. That's why I've never heard of it. Okay. Is that like gold lipstick? It certainly looks like it, doesn't it? Alright, so let's hearth back. And we'll get our slash blade. I mean, we could have just run back on the road, but you know, we gotta give that Hearthstone its exercise too. So WoW challenges, bloodthirsty troll, your soul, prot warrior, dings level 36. She's got a long way to go. 2 days, 13 hours, 50 minutes, and 59 seconds. Total kills on the prot warrior are sitting at 5287. So 5287. Okay. Now, let us repair. So under 2 silver repair. We're up to... oh, we're over 1,000 on the meaty haunches. Right now, the druids got the lion's share at 1,800 pieces of those. Alright, we did get 5 tusks this week, but no green gear, so that was sad. No greens. So 186 was our total gold acquired this level. Alright, so let's swap over. I didn't get to the Demon Hunter this week. Let's swap over to the Shaman. We'll see what shamany things we can do, huh? What? Then lay somewhere else. The kitty's allowed to lay with you. I know Cow tried to step on you last night, and you didn't like that. But Cow didn't know you were there, and he backed off when he realized. Yeah. You can share that bed with the kitty. That was an odd noise. I'm hearing lots of strange noises today. The cat adjusted and Susie was giving me the angry, bug-eyed look of, what are they doing? Make them stop. Alright, we need to redress here. Okay, so this one could, ooh, that was a good click. Sorry, my tailbone area just clicked. That felt so glorious. This one could stand with some gear replacement as well, that's for sure. She'd replace a staff this week, though, so that's something, I suppose. Alright, everything looks to be back in place. And we'll head on out and commence the leveling. Okay, hold on. I swear it sounds like somebody is walking around on our front porch. It's like the second thump I've heard from out there, and I don't.
It's a squirrel on the feed bin.
Oh, is he that hungry? He knows where it is and he can't get to it. We have a metal trash can on our front porch that we keep the large bag of sunflower seeds that we'll get from Tractor Supply every so often. So that weird thumping noise was him jumping around on top of the can.
There he goes.
Because the entire ground is like a sheet of ice out there, so I'm not surprised he can't dig to get to anything he may have buried. You alright?
Yeah, just get in the bag.
But, well, we'll see what happens. Oh, I forgot to check to see if any of my add-ons had updates. I probably should have. I updated Healbot the night of yesterday. That's right. But there may have been more updates since then. 'Cause that was odd that my my nameplate was black there for a moment. It was definitely strange. So we've got about 3 bars to go on this level. And we'll figure out what we need to do to get to where we're going. Or at least we'll try to stay alive. We kind of need to know what we need to do, but... Purify does not remove gore. Lovely. Alright. I guess Purify is for magic stuff. Well, it's certainly not for gore. Oh, I love these procs that we're getting on Lava Bursts. It's fantastic. It's always lovely to see. Makes the fight go so much faster when you get those instant long cast abilities pop up. It's always a lovely feeling. Come on. There you go. So the shaman is 37. They're the next lowest. So that does mean that we will have the shaman and the warrior both in Bastion at the same time. Not looking forward to that. I may try to space them out a little bit. Maybe. When it gets, if they make it that far, if it gets down to just the two of them remaining, I may shift them to just a quick portion of the day and then move on to a different game after we get them settled. Because if it's just the two of them left, I don't want to dedicate the entire day to just them. Especially if it's only going to end up being like a half an hour that we would see them, so. We'll figure that out. We could do a, well no, if that pacifist survives, they will long since be done, and the pacifist has to switch to a recorded session soon because of the time of day that we're going to be working on them shortly. They still have a few levels to go where we'll still see them on live stream. But pretty soon their session is going to get shifted to a recorded one. But what level were we? 44 on that one, so we still have a few levels to go before that becomes a thing. Because we can't use the skip through the mall until we hit 50. It doesn't work at 48. Ooh, what is that? What did we get? Level 39, that's level 37. So we have 5 intellect, 8 stamina, 6 intellect, 8 stamina, 8 crits, 8 haste. Alright. That's fine. We can go with that. Let's put our earth shield back on. So I think that fell off and I didn't realize. It might have explained why we were taking such a beating all of a sudden because I forgot to reapply it. I'm very good at doing that. I'm like, why am I taking so much damage all of a sudden? And then I'm like, oh. Right. Can I help you? I really don't want any parts of whatever your nonsense is. So, there is going to be a podcast for WoW Challenges this week. I'm going to be on this week. So, it's partly why I'm trying to push through and get as much done as we can. Otherwise, we probably would have checked out the new game instead. And I would have just dinged these guys offline last night. Because all I did last night was dick around in Stardew Valley because I didn't know what to do with myself after stream. Because I was like, well, I can't work on leveling challengers. And I didn't quite have the brain capacity to work on Flamingo Falls. So I was like, I know I'm in the middle of a build over there. I'm not sure I'm completely happy with said build at the moment, but we are in the middle of a build there. It's slowly coming together. The path on that one's being really complicated for what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to do something that's that's all that terribly intricate, but it's just being a little janky because I'm trying to shove something in a space that it might not necessarily fit that well into. That's something that I definitely want to... Oh, okay, now see, it didn't do this on the monk, but we looted a true flight fletching. On the shaman, it's putting the buff on it. So make sure that you are keeping a lookout for that, and that you remove that buff should it land on you. So do keep a lookout for that. I mean, we probably could have used the proc there, but I'll use it on this one instead. It's a short uptime on that proc. You don't have a lot of time for it to be sitting there, so if you're gonna use it, you kind of have to use it quickly. We've got about a little less than half to go on this one. And it looks like somebody's out here doing the cave quest, because all of these guys are missing. And I'm not going to wait around to see if they're going to pop up anytime soon, because they may have just been killed, or someone else is going to end up running up and hitting them, and then I'll end up moving anyway, so we don't have to have them. So they actually managed to get the street in front of our house plowed down to the road. I am concerned though, because there's a shit ton of puddles all over it, and it's supposed to stay below freezing tonight, so I'm very concerned about what tomorrow is going to bring. I hope that it has a chance to try to dry out a little bit, but I am worried it's going to be a sheet of ice, and we really need to get to the store. Either that or I have to make bread tonight, which I really didn't feel like doing, but it's just such a long process. And it's not super terrible, but oh, what is this? Manatite totem. That's the big totem. Alright, that's the big cooldown. Well, maybe we'll put the big cooldown up there. It does look like the patch has brought quite a few more people out, though. It's a bit busier out here today. Selfie cam still doesn't look like it's completely fixed, but the arm looks like it might be in a slightly different position, although that could just be me being weird. Alright. So, WoW challenges. Bloodthirsty Tidal Soul. We are a Resto Shaman. Things level 38. So the two lowest guys are chugging along. We've got a slash played of 3 days, 18 hours, 49 minutes, and 41 seconds. Total kills so far on the Shaman. $7,190. Oh, that's not right. 194. Oh, the chair cushions on the back of this chair are still so crunchy sounding. Drives me crazy. Alright, so repair bill under 2 silver. That's fine. Let's start with our vendor trash. So that comes to 123. And then the greens that we picked up and or replaced, another 12 gold on that. Alright, so there's another one down. That's 2 down today. Alright. So let's go and grab the druid. So, Druid is currently 43. And we need to put her messy gear back on here. Alright, that's better. And off we go. On into the things and stuff. As we start to get through the last 3 leveling bars on our bear druid. Gosh, this is the one that Chupa named. That seems like it was such a lifetime ago, doesn't it? It certainly feels like it was a lifetime ago. So the bread recipe that I came across is pretty simple. The bread comes out a little dry. That could be my fault, or it could just be that particular recipe. I'm not crazy about it. I would like to try a new one, but this one has like the least amount of ingredients, so it's not too expensive to put together. But it is a little time consuming because it has to sit for like 2 hours after you get it into its dough ball, and then you have to put it in the pans, and then it has to sit for another like 45 minutes, and it only takes like a half an hour to cook. So I'm like, really? Seems like an awful lot of work. For something that doesn't even take that long to bake, my goodness. But we'll see how things go tonight, because husband's out of bread. He was talking about trying to maybe make it. I don't think he's made it on his own before. I'm not saying he's not capable, but it took me a while took me a couple tries on it to get it to where I was a little bit more confident with doing it. So we'll see. Like, I'm not even sure if we can get out of our driveway. There is so much sleet. It looks like snow, but it is sleet. There's that much of it. Like, you can't even see the asphalt of our turn-in on the one side of our driveway. So I'm just like, oh dear. No idea what the parking lot looks like down there, because he has flip-flops and a pair of like dress, I don't want to call them dress sneakers, but they're not like real, they're not like Nike or Reebok sneakers. They kind of have like a leather top to them that kind of almost look like a loafer, but they're not. And I don't really think there's any tread on the bottom of those either. I have a pair of sneakers that I haven't put on in like 2 years. I have a pair of very flat slip-ons that I had gotten in case I had to wear them for jury duty, because I couldn't wear my Crocs to jury duty and I didn't have anything else aside from my sneakers. Don't know why we can't wear Crocs to jury duty. I mean, as long as we have socks on. What's the big deal? They want us to be comfortable so we can pay attention, right? Nobody sees our feet when we're in the jury box anyway. So it's not like it would be all that distracting. I'm sure it's just because it doesn't look professional. To which I must reply, you're paying me $5 for coming. This is as $5 of professional as you're gonna get. You know? Especially when, you know, the profession that you're in may have a uniform, or the trade that you're in, whatever job you have, like, if that has a uniform, like, I wear the uniform, or I wear grungy at-home clothes, or, you know, maybe the 3 t-shirts I have that I'm comfortable in that I can wear outside that aren't completely threadbare or have holes in them. So I can't tell you the last time. I can tell you the last time I went clothes shopping. I went clothes shopping 3.5 years ago. right before we went on vacation. That's the last time I've bought clothes. Just haven't had the money to spend on clothes. So I will wear what I have into the ground. I have a couple decent shirts that are deemed outside of the house wear. And then I have like the hole ridden stuff that's deemed for not fit to be seen out in public in. Or has paint all over it, or you know, those kinds of clothes. I might need to get a couple pairs of new shorts this summer, because the couple that I have are trying to throw in the towel. Sorry, I need to keep an eye on this madness that's going on back here. They look like they're gonna join in with that. I just need to make sure that somebody's gonna decide not to bail. Because I've had that happen before, where somebody either accidentally pulled him or decided that they were in over their heads and started to run towards me up this ramp, and I'm like, oh no, 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 no. I do not think so. You pulled it. You deal with it. Because I can't help you on this character. Alright. We've got a bar, let's call it 2 bars, to go on this gal. So about 50 minutes to get through. Two and a half of them so far. So it might be close to an hour and a half by the time we're done with the bloodthirsties. So yeah, we might swap games then. And check out that new one. I don't know if I'm gonna like it or not, so I don't know if it's gonna pop up either here or on YouTube. Because stuff that I just don't have a slot to shove into on stream, I could, in theory, if I've got nothing else going on, record it in the wee hours of the night as I have time, and add that to the playlist on the YouTube channel. But we'll see. I almost took a look at it last night, but by the time our friend realized it and gave it to us, it was close to midnight, and I was kind of watching some other stuff going on, and my brain was a little too mushy to compute a new game at that point, so. And I kind of wanted to do a first look with you guys, so you can see me completely bumbling through. with a blind brand new look. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, there's a tusk. How many tusks have we gotten so far on this one? 6. 6 tusks. Certainly got quite a lot of them this week. Between the warrior and this one, it seems to be a tusks for everyone. Leveling Palooza over here in the tusk pool. Living up to its name, it would seem. For the most part. So what level were we? 43. We might have to take this one down to 2 bars for next time out. Just to get through them a little bit quicker. Sometimes the tanky classes can be a little bit long in the tooth getting through the fights. And then I start to get antsy about it because it's like, oh, why isn't this fight ending? I mean, the little guys don't take too much to get through, but they also only give like half the XP, so there is that trade-off. And with the way my latency has been lately, I don't like it when the fights tend to start dragging out a bit. Makes me just a wee bit nervous, to say the least. The only bad thing is about this plumbing problem is that now we have to go to the laundromat again. Kinda angers me. We can dry the stuff in our dryer, but it just sucks that we can't use our washer because that's a lot of water to just be leaking through into the underside of the house for no reason, especially now that we know it's happening. We don't know how long it's been quite this bad. But we can't be having that happening now that we know about it. It's bad enough that we still have to wash some dishes. This is becoming quite an expensive adventure. Because, like I said, we have to put the parents up in a hotel for 24 hours once they start. Because my dad especially can't be without some sort of bathroom access. Which also means that we have to shell out the funds to put them up in the hotel, and then we have to spend more money on gas running up to Fayetteville to get to bring them food, because they are needing to eat on every meal offering, especially my dad because he's diabetic, so he has to eat at certain times, and ugh. And taking my dad anywhere is like a 3-ring circus. So he has to have his breathing machine. We have to make sure he has his portable oxygen tank, his charger for the batteries, all 3 of the batteries. You know, his pillbox for the day, his notebook to write his shit down in, his testing strips, you know, all of the things. He can't just, you know, pack a few things for overnight and be good, so he'll have to take his little armrests that he has to help him get up off the potty, and it needs to be a ground floor room because the place that Russell has in mind, we don't know if they have an elevator or if it works, and it's a whole thing. It's been so much stress the past couple of weeks here. What's going on, week 2 now? There's our ding. It's just been a whole ass thing, you guys. Oh right, we have to do the thingy and then the thingy. Okay, and then we get the thing, and then we do that. Alright, so we got like maybe 10 more meaty haunches. No, we got 1 green item. I stand corrected. I was gonna say we didn't get any green gear, but yeah, we did end up getting 1 green item. But it was a bow, and we can't use it, so. Alright. Wow, challenges. Bloodthirsty. Soul Survivor. Bear Druid. Dings level 44. So they've quite caught up to the DK. 3 days, 21 hours, 44 minutes, and 27 seconds. So the druid may have to sit for a week or 2, or 3, while we get the DK on into Shadowlands and get sorted. We will see how that goes. I don't want to sit anybody, but at the same time, my sanity. I mean, we'll have less to work through, so maybe, but I'm getting towards the end of this journey, and my body is like, yay, we're almost done. Let's just be like, fuck it. Keep reducing the amount that we're running every week, but then that stretches out how long it's going to take us to finish, so. Alright, we only had the 1 green. So 249, not too bad. Pretty good. Alright, now, last bloodthirsty of the day. As we load in the monk here. Eventually. Maybe. was gonna say, I'm not even in like Orbos or anything, so. I had taken the gear off on the challengers I was actively playing. I didn't get it off on all of them, but I haven't seen any gear problems to be concerned about, so. Those that didn't get their gear off should be fine this time. Oh, my tailbone is tingling on the one side. Great. It's a very disturbing sensation. Most of the time. So we've gotten 15 slumber powders so far. We've picked up a few greens. Not a terrible amount. Not a terribly large amount. Okay, hang on. I have to change how I'm sitting because this is not happy. Alright. That whole, like, pins and needles sensation just because of how I'm sitting for too long. Or just that I dared sit is rather annoying. Sometimes I can ignore it and it'll go away. Other times I have to adjust how I'm sitting. And sometimes it'll stop, but other times it will only temporarily stop, and then within a few minutes it starts again. So I'm like, oh good. Are we lagging? Sometimes that alleyway can lag me a little bit. Alrighty. Let's see if we can get through this last bar of XP for this level. Now, because these are level 60, they're not going to scale to us, and we're not going to scale to them. Because we are not on the storyline mode, so I think scaling stops when you're not in... Oh no, we are on storyline. I think because we're not on the world quest thingy. I think that's what it was. I could be wrong though. Anyhow, these don't scale. For me. Is the long and the short of it. So we're gonna have a little bit reduced XP as we continue forward. I keep forgetting that if I do the channel-y thingy, that our bigger heal kind of becomes, not our, yeah, I guess it's our bigger heal, kind of becomes an insta-cast, which is helpful. What's not been helpful is the amount of leather farmers I've had to deal with while trying to get this one leveled. It's been quite a trial. I've been battling one specific druid and a specific hunter, and then a warlock joined the mix not too long after, and I was just like, oh my god, stop! Let me get a fucking kill in. You can kill all you want, just leave me the moths, okay? Just leave me the moths, please. So it's been quite the uphill battle. Barefoot in the snow, both ways. Blinding sun. All of the things you want to throw in there. Just feels so sluggish, and I don't know why. Our latency is fine. OBS is fine. I just feel like our spells are casting a little bit sluggy. Could be just that we don't have that much haste. But I don't know. It could just be a me thing. So I have been using Touch of Death more actively than I had been where we were previously leveling. Mostly because I needed to stand my ground to try to get my moth kills in over the one particular leather farmer. Because it's been pretty tough out here. Depending on when they're out here. They weren't out here all the time, but when they were, because they were level 60 and they were a bear druid and they were just like moonfiring everything and running along. Some stuff would leash because they would run too far, and that was also a concern because I'm like, oh damn, what are you doing? If you pull it, at least hold it. Like, what the fuck? Like, if you're that upset that other people are gonna kill stuff under you, that you have to tag all of the things, maybe go find somewhere else to kill the things. Okay. So our leafy antennas are worth a hefty chunk. At least when you get a good number of them together. So don't discount your vendor trash, especially on a bloodthirsty, because you're gonna need that. You're gonna need it to pay your repair bills and to replace any gear that you may need to get. Especially if you are unlucky in the gear drop department. As I have been lately. Because these greens really add up if you end up with enough of them. Well, somebody's out here killing shit. I don't know who, because those don't look skinned. So I find that fascinating. I will say, I have been craving food from home so bad. So bad. And the odds of me ever getting it again are pretty fucking slim. Because we just can't afford to go back there anytime soon. That's just not gonna happen. You okay?
Mm-hmm. Just went and made food.
Well, I heard you coughing, so...
Well, I had some nachos. So I always tend to cough a little bit afterwards.
No, you're not in my Steam account, right?
No.
Okay. We might be taking a look at that new game once we finish up here, since it's gonna be an early day. So we'll have to get the new one all sorted out. Alright, we got a little less than half of a bar to go. We're missing a moth. Why are we missing a moth? Should be one right here. Mr. Moth? Paging Mr. Moth. Alright, well, I'll pull your friend in the meantime. We'll see if you, manage to show up. We will see. I wonder if the person that got those horses across the way tagged them. Sometimes these mobs are just a little slow coming back. There you are. Or I'm a little fast getting through them. Either way is entirely possible. Yeah, I don't know why. I feel slow. I could just need some more haste. It could just be me. I do know that these moths do a... They do. They cast a spell that kind of slows you down, but I'm not showing it up above, so... That doesn't seem to be what the issue is at the moment. I guess you know, it's probably Touch of Death that's, causing me to get here before they come back, because then, you know, we didn't have to take the, what, 30 seconds to kill them. That could be what it is. Plus, I'm hitting roll. So that's speeding up the movement process a little bit. Instead of just running those steps. Ow. Brat, you got in a lucky shot. That's enough of that now. That is more than enough. Alright. See, that one's back, but this one isn't back quite yet. So, I guess we'll go and hit up this one next. And hopefully I don't get it caught in the rock. Which I've been really good at doing this time. Like, impossibly great at getting stuck in that rock every time I've pulled it. Well, not every time, but a good majority of the time. And then it would evade, and then I'd either have to go around or wait for it to unstick itself from the rock. Oh, we picked up another green. Add you to the vendor pile. And your friend has arrived. Mr. Moth, your fists are ready. Alright, we don't need too many more kills here. So that's a good thing. That is a very good thing. Maybe two more? Maybe. Alright, let's go ahead and we're gonna touch of death this one. next one should do it. But they haven't arrived back yet from their break. So we'll go and get this guy up here. And try to get this one into the next level. And then we'll have one more to go. And this one will have been a hard-fought completion. Whew, 59. We got one more level to go on this one, you guys. One more level. If only it was over already. It is very much not. Alright. Let's Hearth. Go back to St. Jaden. Whew, that last level is going to be quite the trial. I can feel it already. Alright, let's go ahead and... oh. Let's do our picture since we went to all the trouble of taking it. Alright. So... WoW challenges Bloodthirsty Soul Fist, Mistweaver Monk, Ding's level 59. So close. We have a slash blade of 11 days, 20 hours, 39 minutes, 55 seconds. Our total kills so far are sitting at 22,434. All right. Now, let's deal with our... oh, that was an 18 gold repair bill. I am surprised that the little dude didn't show up on the side of the screen. Let's do our vendor trash next. Alright, so vendor trash total came to 460. And let's vendor those greens. Alright, and our greens grand total came to 542. What is that? About 1,000? 2, 4, 6, it's 10. 4, 5, 6, 7, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So yeah, about 1,000. Alrighty. And we will tuck you up into here until it's time to get going on your level through once more. Whew. Alright, so we're gonna swap games here. Give me just a minute. I'm going to cut the stream and then restart it so it's a separate VOD. Give me just a few minutes, like maybe 5 minutes, so go potty, get yourself a snack, and then we're gonna check out this new game called Before We Leave. So give me just a few minutes to reset, and I'll be right back.